Hello, beautiful Love Your Life showers. I'd like to say Love Your Life showers. Isn't that a good one? I'm Beverley Buckley and welcome to the Love Your Life show. Today, I am really excited to introduce you all to Marita Wright. We're going to be speaking about stepping out of the unknown and into the known, because we actually do know everything, don't we? But we just think that we don't know. Funny game we play with ourselves. So without further ado, I just want to do a quick little introduction about Marita. She is such a brilliantly clear channel and bearer of light. She has the ability to take you on this magical journey. It's as though you're truly experiencing heaven on earth. Marita is here to lovingly guide you to bring forth your own unique gifts and talents that you've come to share in the world. And without further ado, I'd just like to bring on Marita. Marita, you want to say hello?
Oh, hi, Bev. Thank you so much for having me today. And I'm so excited to be here and to be with everyone who would like to join us on this beautiful, amazing journey as we go forward into our hearts with such beautiful love. And it's such an honor and a joy to be here. And thank you so much.
Yay! Woo! It's wonderful to have you too, Marita. So I'm excited with what we're going to be playing with today. And I think we've just got still some people coming into the room. So let's say welcome to join us. Say hi in the chat if you feel so inspired to. Also, if you have any questions or anything you'd like to ask Marita as we're on the call, obviously this is a live call. You can ask your live questions. And we might bring some lucky person in who's going to get to be live on the show with. We call it the lucky live person. I think that's the name that we've given it. So it'd be great to have you come and play with us. So, Marita, I'm excited to start chatting about our theme for today, about stepping out of the unknown and into the known.
Yeah, it's just something that I've been playing with, and I was just meditating with the angels, as I do all the time, and they were just showing me this beautiful thing about what we thought was our reality and, you know, what everybody thinks is real. And they were showing us the possibility of what if this was the opposite to what we really thought that it was. So what if everything out there that we thought was real was not actually real, and the only thing that is real is the love that we have and that we came here to be in the world. And we find that by coming back inside ourselves, by coming back into our hearts and being in the energy of that love of who we are. And it's been an amazing journey, because for all of us, we all have a different pathway. And, you know, even being in the separation, I've learned is such a gift, because the separation is trying to show us the way home. And it's not through the separation that we find our way back to ourselves. We find that by coming into the knowledge and remembrance of who we truly are and what we came here to be in this world. Because, you know, for a long time living in this separation, I was thinking that there was something wrong with me, that why can't I just fit into this place? And did God make some terrible mistake and leave me on the wrong planet? Because I don't understand what people are doing here. And I was, you know, just going through this amazing experience that we call life. And now I fully understand and fully know that I chose every part of it, and every part of it to me is beautiful now, even when I'm crying my eyes out, and, you know, when it brings me to my knees, I'm just so grateful and so thankful that I just get to be present with that energy and to return it to love, because we don't always know how to do that. And so this is what I want to show people. I want to show them that, you know, there is a way of doing this that is beautiful and loving and kind, and we can just step out of that and step into the awareness and the knowingness of who we are. And I've watched everything change in my life, and it's been, truly such a blessing. And I'm just excited because I want to share this with the world now. I want to share this with everyone, because, you know, if I did it, Bev, anybody can do it.
So tell us a little bit about your journey so far, Marita. What brought you to where you are and with what you're doing today? And I know that you do coach with people and you bring about the angels and those kinds of things. You work very much with those energies. How did you get onto this path? What was the things that were the divine inspirations that set you to where you are today?
Yeah, well, I began as working as a nurse, and I've worked as a nurse most of my life. And I just kept looking at, everything that was happening and working with people. And of course, being a healer, I wanted to fix and heal and save everyone and make them feel better. And I wasn't just doing that with my patients, I was doing that with my family as well. And then I remember when I got to about the age of 40 and I realized it was like it just hit me all of a sudden that I'm here on earth, I'm 40 years old, what have I done with my life? And I felt like I hadn't really done anything that anybody would remember. If I left the earth that day, I remember crying and thinking nobody would even care if I even died, because what have I done? And I kept looking at everything that was happening out there in the separation. It was so distressing for me. I couldn't understand why people weren't being kind to each other, why people wanted to be in competition with each other. People want to kill each other. And I just thought it kind of felt like it was too much for my heart to bear. And it really, led me to this place of questioning. And it really brought me to this place where I just basically fell to my knees and I said, God, if there isn't something better than this, then I don't want to be here anymore. I really don't want to be here. Because being so connected with everybody's feelings and what was happening, there were times when I'd wake up in the morning and just feel like I don't even want to be here. And of course, now I realized that I was picking up everybody else's, stuff that they were, and so I had to find a way to channel that for me. Otherwise, it was pretty much destroying me. So even though I was a nurse, I got really, really sick. I actually got to the point where my body was poisoned, was literally toxic, and I wouldn't go to the doctor because I was just like, I felt like I didn't even really want to be here anymore. And I finally did, and I came through that, and it just really showed me that I didn't have to be the one to fix everyone and save anyone. Because when it happened to me and the roles were reversed, it was like I didn't like being the patient. I was like, I didn't really like other people taking care of me because all of my life I'd been the one to take care of everyone else. And I thought that was my role, and I truly did. And I guess the big transformation for me was when I did come across Rika Zimmerman, and I started, I became a VIB member, and that was the big game changer for me, because it was almost like before that, I kind of did spirituality as a bit of a hobby, but when when I signed up and became a VIB member, it was like, all the time. It kept me connected to this beautiful place, and I just kept going there. And then of course that led to me becoming a life transformed coach with Rika, and it's just taken me on such a beautiful journey, which shows me that when I really did get to the point of surrender, that there was something there for me. There was this higher power that reached out and said, you know what, I've got your back. And that's how it feels like now. It feels like the angels have got my back. And I didn't always feel that way either. There's many times where I've turned my back on them as well, because of the pain that I was going through as well. So yeah, it's just so beautiful now that I get to look back at that and I can see that all of it was a gift, rather than thinking it was a terrible thing that happened to me or I'm a victim of this or that. And You know, that's why I love working with people now, Bev, because I get to be with them and get to be with that little part of them that still feels like, you know, that it's been hurt or wronged or shamed, and, you know, just teach them to just be with that in the love and be present with what's coming up. So, and they don't have to do anything. It's kind of like the presence is the thing. It's like when you stay present with what's coming up, you do nothing. You just sit with that part of you and you just let it know that I'm here for you. You know, I'm not going to run away this time. And be present with that part of you that just wants to know that you're there and that you've got its back. Yeah.
Oh wow, I love that. That is just like, I think what you've just mentioned now is exactly what I think a lot of people go through in their lives, and I can also obviously vouch for that, having gone through, you know, the trials and tribulations and the pain and the suffering and all that stuff, and going, I'm done with this. I mean, if this, you know, this doesn't make any more sense to me anymore. What am I doing here? What is the point of me here? And then I think what's happened with a lot of people within at least the last 3 years, since 2013 is I think when the big shift really did occur, is we all kind of started stepping into our space and going, oh, I can let go of that. That's not mine, you know, which I think it's so great that you've been on that journey. So people who are currently going through that journey right now, you can say, hey, I've been there. It's okay. You're normal, quote unquote, or you're crazy, quote unquote. And that's okay too, you know? And I just want to say, Kerry has joined us in the room as well. So hi, Kerry. Nice to see you. Yeah. You can chat with us if you'd like to say something, say a hello in the chat if you'd like to. So Marita, essentially, I think it's great that you've been down that path, and it's so wonderful that you're able to other people to get there as well.
Yeah.
Where they are, more than get somewhere, right?
Yeah. Because what I realized, Bev, that was for most of my life, I'd been running away. And the funny thing is, I thought I was running away from everybody else. And in the end, I realized I'd only been running away from myself, you know? And that's beautiful too. Like, I mean, when I got to the point where I was like, okay, why am I running away from me? You know, do I really despise myself that much that I don't want to be with me? What am I really afraid of? You know, get to the bottom of it. And, you know, it's such a beautiful thing just to be with you and to be with that little one inside you that just wants you to come back home. She's there with her arms wide open going, will you love me now, even though I did this wrong, or I feel like I did this wrong? Will you love me even though I don't feel, even though I've done this bad thing? And, you know, I just get to sit with that part of me now and just love that part of me back into wholeness again. And that's the coming home. That's what I love about coming home. You're coming home to you. And it's such a beautiful gift. And I would never, ever ask my clients to do anything that I haven't already done for myself. So that's the good thing about this coaching program with Rika, is that for 12 months we went through our stuff and we faced it. We sat with it. We got to be with it. We got to laugh, to cry, to scream, whatever it was. We just let it be. And I think there's so much freedom in that. Yeah, so much freedom in that, because, you know, I feel like I'm here to guide people because I've done that for myself. And it didn't turn out like we always think it's the opposite, like the angels were showing me. It's stepping from the unknown into the known. Because we thought that out there was known, but it's actually not. It's actually the opposite. So when you turn it around,
So what do you, when you say, sorry, when you say, I know we've got a bit of a lag here. So when you're saying the opposite, we think that that is the known, whereas that is more, what you're bringing up is that's more like the unknown, and the known is here, but we've turned it around. Is that what you say?
No, what I'm saying is that in this reality, we think that out there is the known, is what we know, because it's what we've been taught. You know, that's where all of our patterns and programs come from what we've taken on, from that reflection out there. So when we let go of that and step out of that, we step into our heart, which is the known. Everything that we know is contained right within us, right within our hearts. All of the information, all of the knowledge, all of the guidance. You know, we are the sacred gatekeepers of this sacred knowledge and information, and it's all contained inside us. And that's when I realized, Bev, that most of my life I was running around out there looking for somebody else to give me the information or tell me what to do or show me the way. And all along, it was right inside of me. I did know. I knew it all. That is the
wow.
knowing.
And it's so, and what would you say was the thing that assisted you to kind of switch that on? What was the, like, what was the aha moment, or the actual moment, or the actual information, or what, like, was it through a process of meditation or a lot of meditation? How did you get to that awareness?
I went through an experience in my life that was really, really hard. And it basically showed me that no matter what I did, I couldn't change this situation. And it was to do with my family. And it showed me everywhere that I was trying to control everybody else and what they were doing and what they, you know, how they were behaving. And it got to this point where I truly had to hand it over to God. And that was the hardest thing I ever did, because letting go of control is probably one of the hardest things that we will ever do. And yet, I would say it would be the most amazing thing that I ever did. And yet it didn't feel good at the time. You know, it didn't. And it brought up everything within me that I didn't want to face. You know, everywhere in our lives that we were being controlled by everything out there. And I just thought, no matter how much I pray to God, no matter how much I curse or swear or do this or do that, I can't change a damn thing. And now I look back and I realized what a gift that situation was in my life, even though, you know, it took me through 12 months of just like every day where I cried and cried. And I really I really shut down the angels as well. I didn't want to talk to them. I didn't want to, because I felt that they let me down, and that if there was a God, that he would have helped me in this situation with my family. And he wasn't there for me, so I'm not going to be there for you. And so we don't realize how, you know, how much deeper that all goes as well. Because it really, you know, takes us right back to the initial separation, the core separation that we experience, you know, when we leave whatever planet we came from to come here, you know, and to be in this reality. So it goes back way, way beyond family. It goes back to that initial core separation. And so, you know, it's that would be the main thing that really brought me to my knees in this lifetime. And there were other things, Bev, like there were other things that happened in my life, but it never got to the level of this particular experience. And that was just one thing that really brought me to my knees, and I realized that I had to surrender. I had to let it go. And I couldn't change any of it because I felt powerless. Yeah, it was such a feeling of powerlessness, and I realized that in the separation we can be made to feel powerless, you know. And so that began this beautiful journey of opening up my heart you know, because I'd never broken down and cried to such an extent as I did with that. And it just kept opening up my heart and opening up my heart. And through it all, like I remember one of my friends saying to me, Marita, I really, you know, I think that's amazing what you've done, that you haven't come out of this like a bitter person or a person. I could have as well, but this actually brought to the oneness and the knowingness, and that I don't have control over anybody else, but I do have control over how I behave and what I bring to the world. And so yeah, that just, I think after that, everything changed, even with me going to work, you know, in the hospital, where I just went to work with an open heart, and I wasn't trying to fix anyone or save anyone. I was just looking at everyone and seeing them as the God being that they are. That's the thing that changed everything, because, yeah, when you're coming from wanting to body, then you're there's something wrong with you. And I know that one very well, because I went through my whole life thinking that I was wrong. So I don't have to do that anymore. And it feels like such a weight is lifted, because I now know that even when people are in the separation, that that's the perfect path for them. It's perfect and it's divine. And I can look at everything out there and still be in the joy of my heart. You know, so what if we looked at the possibility that everything that was actually taking place is all happening inside of us, and that that's just a reflection of what we feel and see inside of ourselves, because that's what I've come to understand with my journey as well now. And as I tap into the energy of my heart and open up my heart and just be in that love of who I am, everything changes. Everything looks different. The world is a brighter place. You know, there's magic. You know, it's beautiful. I love that we get to bring back the magic, you know, and, you know, that's something I love to play with as well. So it's just opened me up to a whole new world. And this world has been inside of me all of this time. You know, I thought the world was out there, but it's in here. It's right inside of me. And it's up to me how much love I want, you know, how much love can I receive. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Yeah, it feels like such a gift and such an honor.
So I think what I'm getting through what you're saying is that anybody could have this, anybody could see this, anybody could choose this, anybody could embody this. And I'm wondering if you could perhaps take us on a little journey or experience to connect with this energy that you're speaking about. I think that would be really fun.
Absolutely, I would love to. Yeah, because the angels were showing me this beautiful little activation, and it happened when I came back from Sedona, and just recently. And while we were in Sedona with Rika and the coaches, we began playing in the magic again. And so when I got back, I was shown this beautiful activation that the angels showed me. So I'd actually love to share it with you guys today.
Yes.
Yeah. So take a nice deep breath. And just feel yourself coming back into your body. And just feel your feet resting on the earth, on this beautiful earth. And I want you now to just feel your feet going right down into the center of the earth, right down into Mother Earth, this beautiful divine energy, as this beautiful divine nurturing mother gets to envelop you in her love, in her loving presence. She just wants to hold you and nurture you and take care of you. So just feel her loving presence. And I want you now to bring that energy from the heart of the earth right up through your feet, right up through your body and up into your heart. And just receive that beautiful love right there in your heart. And taking a nice deep breath, bringing all of yourselves back into your body. Everywhere you're out there doing this or doing that or thinking about what I have to do later, bring all of those parts of you back into this present moment and just be fully present in this beautiful, loving energy of your heart. And now I want you to raise your awareness. I want you to raise your awareness up into the heavens, up into that beautiful heavenly space. And I want you to go up, 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 even higher, even higher, even lighter, even lighter, even brighter. And you tap into this beautiful energy, this beautiful heart of the universe, the Milky Way, all of the planets, your home planet, the heart of where you came from, the heart of who you are. And just feel this beautiful magnificence, this beautiful presence. And I want you to take a nice deep breath and bring that energy from your home planet, from your heart down, right down through your crown chakra and right down into your heart. With this beautiful explosion that takes place in your heart, where heaven and earth get to meet in this beautiful explosion of love. And you feel so safe, so nurtured, and so loved. And I just want you to tap into the gratitude that all of the angelic beings have for you, for being here today, for being so present. They're so proud of you. They are in awe of you. And they want you to acknowledge what an amazing being you are for the transformation that you are being on this planet. It feels like a celebration. It feels like such a celebration, and they just want you to know how proud of you they are. So keep taking a nice deep breath. And they want you to be aware that you can have whatever you ask for. And they're saying, please ask us, we're here, what would you like? We're here to help you, we're here to assist you. We will give you whatever you ask. And so just tap into what your heart is asking for. What is your heart asking for on this beautiful journey? Who would you like to assist you? What would you like to have in your life that would make your life so much easier and so much practical? What is it that your heart truly desires? And now I want you to bring your awareness up to your third eye. I want you to be very aware of your third eye, and I want you to take a nice deep breath and breathe in the energy of your beautiful third eye. And what they're showing me is that right at your third eye is this beautiful orb of light. Can you feel it? It's moving around. It's filled with light and it's filled with love. Feel it right there in your third eye. And just tap into the energy of your heart. What is it that I truly desire? And this orb of light begins to spin, and it spins even faster and faster. And then all of a sudden, it pops out of your forehead and right out in front of you, right up on top of you. And this beautiful orb of light and love explodes like a beautiful fireworks right in front of you, and brings to you all of the magic, all of the love, all of the beauty that you desire. And just receive that. Just be with the magic. How much of this would you love to have in your life? How much would you love to receive? How much love can you be in your heart today? Because this is what we know. This is the known. We know that we are magic. And now we get to be that magic so fully in the world that nothing or no one can ever stop us ever again. So they're just asking me to remind you that you can tap into this energy at any time. And they want you to come play with them. They want you to come play with them in the magic. Your little one wants to play again. It's been so serious for so long. And now she just gets to be that little girl again, or that little boy again, and just play in the magic, play in the joy, and just be that so fully that you know who you truly are, and that you don't have any doubts about that. Even when you're stepping out there into the separation, you know who you are, and everything changes. Just take a nice deep breath and receive all of the gifts that the angels are bringing you today. Just receive it all with thanks and gratitude. And thank you for playing with us today. So when you're ready and in your own time, nice deep breath. Just feeling your feet on the ground, tapping into the energy of the beautiful Mother Earth, divine loving energy. And you'll find yourself right back here in the room again.
Feels good. I kind of just want to stay here. I'm like, can I just stay here, please? It's such a beautiful, gentle, kind of feeling. It's wonderful.
Yeah, and that's kind of what my life feels like now, Bev. It's kind of like, what if we could have that in every moment?
Oh, yes, please.
Because we actually can.
Yes. Yes. And I feel it almost feels like it's easier to function from this space than the crazy run energy, you know?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. That's perfect, Bev, because that, that's what I've come to know as well, that when I function from my heart, it's always heart first. And then I walk out there. I'm always bringing my energy up, keeping my awareness up so that I function from the bigness of who I am, from the greatness of who I am, rather than from this little person that I thought that I was, So, and I get to bring that little person with me, and we get to go on this journey together, and we get to function from that. And that's what's changed everything for me, Bev, is just the words that you just said, that to keep breathing, keep slowing down, because time doesn't exist. It doesn't exist at all. And as I've slowed down my life, so much more things have come into my life. The more I do nothing, the more things happen. And it's just, Yeah, that's what I found. And that's all because I've tapped into this magic within myself. You know, I remember somebody gave me years and years ago this little quote, and it had the kingdom of God is within you. And at the time I thought, oh yeah, that sounds beautiful, but it wasn't really a reality for me at that time. But now it is. And that's just because I followed my heart. So the thing that I would like everyone to know is that the kingdom of God is within all of us, you know, and as you begin to take that journey from the unknown into the known, magic opens up in your life, and everything changes. Like, I never could have imagined that my life could be everything that it is today, you know. So just that I chose to follow my heart has changed everything. So whenever you're making any choices about anything, always go into the energy of your heart first and just ask your heart what it feels like if I make this choice, you know, and your heart will show you. You will know straight away. And of course, we haven't always followed our heart, and there'll be times when we don't, and that's okay too. And what I would say to people in the times when, you know, when they feel like they've done something wrong, or that they feel like, you know, they've stepped out of oneness or whatever, it's in those moments that we get to love ourselves even more, not less. So, you know, that's just a beautiful, beautiful thing. That the most beautiful thing I could say, Bev, is that I love being with me. I love being with me now so fully that there's nothing to run away from. There's absolutely nothing to run away from. Why would I want to run away from this love that I've come here to share in the world? You know, the gift that I came to be here in the world. Yeah, it's beautiful. So that's what I would like everybody to know, that everybody is a gift. Like, I've been on my journey, everyone else is on their journey, and it's all divine. You know, every time we step out into the separation and things happen to us, the separation is also trying to show us the way home. Because sometimes we have to get the most horrendous things to happen in our life before we scream and say, you know what, no more, this goes no further. And so, you know, that's the thing that will bring you home to yourself, you know. So I love this. I don't even call this work. It's not work to me. It's actually play. I like being with people. I love watching the transformation that occurs with people right in front of my eyes as you just bring them. It's kind of like, I feel like I'm kind of an earth angel, and I just take them by the hand and I go, would you like me to show you another way? Because I've done it the hard way, and now we get to do it the easy way. And transformation is happening a lot easier these days, so much easier than when I first started like 20 years ago. It's like crazy, because everything has sped up, everything is changing so vastly. And we're just getting to be so much of this love on the earth that everything has turned around. Everything's gone from living out there to living in here. And that's beautiful. And I'm so honored that I get to share this with people, and actually, you know, get to work with people one-on-one, and to actually do a 4-day life transformed class that brings people home to the oneness of themselves, where, you know, they realize fully that they actually chose to be here. And there's so much power in acknowledging that we actually chose to be here, because it changes everything from an outward experience to an inward experience. And you fully take, not even responsibility, it's just having this beautiful awareness that oh my gosh, I chose to be here, and everything here is here to support me on my journey, even if it doesn't look good or feel good at the time.
And I love that you said that everything is here to support us fully.
Yes.
And you know, it's so interesting because a little bit of just a little story that's I'm obviously in Peru at the moment, you know this, and I'm sure a lot of the people who've been, a lot of our friends who've been watching the show season 2 know that we are in Peru, traveling in Peru at the moment. And one of the things that first coming to Peru is it is a third world country. And even though from South Africa, I'm in they call it a third world country, the cities are more first world, like very much so. Like I can compare Johannesburg to New York any day, and it's got the same, you know, great stuff going on, if you call it that. Great stuff. Everything is great stuff. But you know what I mean? It was interesting to be landing in Peru and going to Cusco, and it is very third world. And it was almost as if, to a point where I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to be here anymore, because it felt there was so much heaviness. But then I recognized that that heaviness was just heaviness that was leaving my body, and that the heaviness that I perceived out there was actually just myself showing myself how I'm releasing and letting go of this now. And it was actually there to support me, and it was supporting my release. And how amazing Peru is able to, like, the land has this innate capacity and power to draw out heavier, denser frequencies out of your body, so that, and as it's leaving your body, you see it. It's actually like in your face.
It's
you
palpable.
Recognize and go, exactly. And it's there to support you. So even this heavy stuff leaving that you see is heavy is there to support you.
Absolutely. Yeah. I love everything you've just said, Bev. That's perfect. And, you know, that's everything that I've been talking about as well. And, you know, you are such an amazing, phenomenal angel that's come here to walk this path. And you being in this beautiful energy, you know, in Peru, it's actually unlocking, not just for you, but it's unlocking it for everybody. And, you know, all of the sacred information, knowledge that's contained within the ancient place that you are walking in, the angels are showing me that it's like you're a gatekeeper for this information, for this knowledge, for this sacred knowledge. And oh my God, they are so, like, it's giving me goosebumps as I talk about it, for what you are unlocking in the world, you know. And oh my gosh, I just see fireworks go off. The angels are just bowing down to you. They are in awe of what you are bringing to this planet. And even through this program as well, the Love Your Life show. I mean, oh my gosh, so beautiful. You know, what if the world got to have more of this? It would be totally different. Everything would change. And so, you know, so much thanks and gratitude to you for walking this path. And it isn't always easy. I know that, as I've done this, you know, the last, you know, 20, you know, the last 2 years, you know, in being a coach and walking that path for myself. First and foremost, I had to be a coach for myself. And you can't do it for anyone else. And I love now how people like you are showing up and just coming into my life at exactly the right moment, and that we get to play together and have fun like this. I am honestly so, so grateful for you. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Marita. Well, you know, the thing, like, as you were saying earlier, it doesn't feel like work for you. It feels like play. So for me, all of this that I mean, this whole show just feels like play. And I think a lot of times it's just, you know, I recognize that there's many people that are in the world, if you want to call it that are looking for this information, that are maybe feeling like they don't know where to turn or where to go, or they don't know what's happening to them, and their awareness and their abilities and their talents and their gifts are opening up and awakening, and they're thinking, oh my goodness, I'm going crazy, what's going on here? And part of what I'm feeling, especially since I've started with season 2 for the show, is this is kind of like a rope being put down in the hole, whoever's in the hole, and it's like, yeah, there's a rope. Come on, climb up the rope. Sorry, you
I love that.
in the hole anymore.
Yes.
You know?
I love that. I really, really love that, because that's what it feels like. And that's one of the visions that I've seen as well, is that we've come here as the way showers, and we're the ones with our hand. We're the ones building the bridge, you know, and we've got our hand out saying, come, we'll show you a better way. We'll show you an easier way. And I love that. Yeah, that's beautiful, because that's what it feels like. Yeah, and people are so much more open now to receive that. People are looking for that. They're really, their souls are like, okay, it's time, you know, and, you know, always, you know, you're always, we can't do anything wrong on this journey. You'll never ever be in the wrong place at the wrong time. You know, you'll never ever be with the wrong person. You're always with the exact person that you're meant to be with, you know, or the people that you're meant to be with, or, you know, having the experience that you're meant to experience. That's your experience. And I've come to realize for myself that I no longer want to take away anybody else's experience, because that's the experience that they're meant to have, and that's perfect for them. Whereas if you come at it from, oh my gosh, I have to help them or save them, then you're not seeing the truth. You're not seeing the truth of what's really happening there, that this is their path and that's perfect for them. And when they're ready for something greater, then they will ask. Yeah, so
totally. And
that takes,
I can vouch for that in a personal experience as well. I think when we were having an initiation in Peru when we were here the first week, the interesting thing that happened for me is I had a release, like a process. I felt a lot of pain, and it was specifically in the womb area, and I was in a lot of pain, and we'd just done an activation. So I knew that it was releasing from my body, but I was also aware that I was required to feel this pain. One of the women, she was coming from an intention of wanting to help me and wanting to, like, she felt bad for my pain. She wanted to take it away. And it was like, she came and put her arms like around me, and I was like, no. This is my pain. I'm choosing to feel it 100%. And this is my gift of pain. Like, it was almost as if I was seeing the pain as a gift, as a divine gift for me to actually really feel. And when I could really feel it, I could integrate it and release it. And it became the power that it was for me, as opposed to resisting it and constantly always resisting this pain, or having someone try and take it away because they're trying to feel like they need to support me in that way. It actually doesn't support, because it just keeps you longer. Takes longer for you then to get to the part that you're wanting to get, or even if there is a get to. It just, you know, it makes your journey. It's like, let me just do it already.
Yeah, and that's beautiful. I love what you said, because that's what I do. It's like just being able to sit and be fully present with that pain, because this pain has been wanting your love, your attention, you know, and this is where we run away when we feel like we don't want to feel these things, and we've all done that. And now it's just time to sit, to stop running, and to just sit and be so fully present, and give yourself that divine compassion, you know, give yourself that divine love, you know, and bring it all back home into the oneness, so that no part of you feels like it's wrong or bad, that you know that every part of you is amazing and awesome, and everything's been playing a role, you know, even the separation's been playing such a beautiful role that helps us get to the, you know, what we need to feel in order to transform and heal this energy. and you know, your body just gets to burn that energy off. It's like this beautiful volcanic energy running through your body and burning off all of the density, and you just get to let it, you know, and to just be so fully present with that, that it all returns to love.
Wow. Yes, I could feel that when you were speaking about the volcano. I could definitely feel that frequency. Like especially sometimes, and I'm sure there may be some people on the call who also receive it in this way. It's like almost like your whole body. When it first happened to me, I was like a bit frightened by it, but my body shaking and my spine shaking. And then I was told, oh no, that's just Kundalini activation. That's just your body releasing all of this stuff. And now whenever I'm processing, most of the time, whenever processing or any kind of activations happen, my entire body shakes. And I'm so used to it now.
Yes.
I don't get attached to it, but if there's somebody like in the same space who might not have seen that before, they get a bit like, okay, she's, what's going on? And then I go, oh, no, don't worry, it's just Kundalini activation. It's okay.
Yeah, it's perfect. And it's beautiful. And how amazing are our bodies, you know, for what they can hold on, how much they've held on for us until we're ready, you know, and in every moment they can bring this up for us and go, are you ready to look at me now? Are you ready to love me again? And it's so beautiful. So, I honestly bow down to our bodies because they've done such an amazing job. Oh my gosh, what they've had to carry for us, you know, they've been the vehicle for us to go through this experience, and they've taken care of us. They're still here. They're, you know, encasing our soul and our spirit. And oh my God, I think the bodies are amazing. I love working with the bodies. Yeah.
So just then a quick, Marita, if someone is watching now or in another now moment, if they would like to connect with you or have a one-on-one experience session with you, or you know, how would they be able to connect with you? What is it that you have on offer for people who'd like to go deeper with you?
Yeah, I love to do one-on-one sessions with people. So anyone that has any body issues, relationship issues, money issues, because really it's all the same thing. And you know, we get to work with all of those because all of those things are just really an energy. And I love working with people and tapping. I have the ability to tap into looking at where, you know, there's some sort of density that they're holding on to in their body. So I'm able to just hone in on that, and through speaking with them, we get to unlock that experience as well, and, you know, give them beautiful tools that they can use to actually turn their life around and start living from the inside out rather than the outside in, which is what we've all been doing. So yeah, I do body work, I do body processes, and I do it through voice activation as well. So it's an energy. It's because I work with the angels all the time, and I'm just, you know, keeping my energy elevated. I'm constantly allowing that flow to come through. So I love working with people and connecting with their angelic beings, and so that I can allow those messages come through for them, because sometimes they're not always able to hear it, and so I get to be that channel for them. And
That's wonderful.
yeah, so I can do sessions over anywhere in the world. I can do them over the internet as well, or I do private sessions here on the Sunshine Coast as well in Australia. And I also teach a beautiful 4-day class, which is called the Life Transformed class. And this came about through Rika Zimmerman, who I'm a life coach with. And this program came about after Rika experienced cancer in her own body. And to 5 months later, where she went through this experience and had no more cancer in her body at all. And she realized that if she had have left the planet at that time, that she wouldn't have left a legacy for others to follow, because of all the information that she had and all the tools that she used to get her to bring her body back into love again, so that the cancer could leave her body. And so she developed this beautiful 4-day class, which I got to do in Los Angeles earlier this year. And, you know, this class is such a game changer. Like, I would recommend this class very, very highly to anyone who is ready for this high level of transformation in their lives, because once you come into the choice of this class, you are truly home. You are coming home to you. And this class brought me home to me in such a way that everything changed in my life again. Like, it was a whole nother level of everything. My heart opened up like it's never, ever opened up before. And the things that have changed from then on have just been nothing short of miraculous, I can honestly say. I've had the opportunity to teach this class myself, and watching somebody transform right in front of your eyes was just phenomenal, you know. And then, you know, to hear later how their lives have changed and transformed because they stepped up and said yes to them. So, you know, I always ask people to tap into the energy of their heart when they're looking into, you know, the coach that they want to work with, or the program that they want to work with, to tap into the energy of your heart and just feel into how much transformation that this 4-day class could bring to you and your life, and also to the life of everyone else around you. Because even though they don't choose it, you do. You get to choose for you first and foremost. And out of that, the beautiful gift is that when you choose for you, you're actually choosing for everyone. So they get to have it too. Yeah. So it's really, really beautiful, beautiful class. And so I would love to talk to people about that. And yeah, it's just a beautiful thing. So I'm actually on the website with Rika Zimmerman under the coaches, that people can contact me there, or through my website at accessanangel.com. And yeah, I would love to connect with anyone who's interested in this amazing level of transformation and who is ready to come home to being themselves again. Such a beautiful job.
Wow, Marita. I mean, I'm like sitting, I'm feeling so like calm and blissed out right now. and it's just, I can feel the energy of I can feel a very kind, gentle, caring, nurturing energy, but it's almost it's like it's almost like, I'm not going to do it for you because you're very capable to do it yourself, but I'll hold the cup here for you to be able to create the space for you to do that for yourself. Does that make sense?
That's perfect. That is so perfectly said. Thank you, Bev. I mean, that is exactly, I'm here to hold the space of love, and that's what I do. And, you know, through this journey that I've been on with Rika and the other coaches, it's taken me into such a beautiful space now that I get to be in my heaven even when I'm walking out there. And that's what I love. And that's what I do when I'm teaching. It's like this energetic transmission that comes through me. And because I've learned how to open up my heart now, I just get to be that much love. And I just watch how easy it is for other people to let go of their stuff when they're in the presence of such love.
Wow. Well, thank you very, very, very much, Marita. I think we're nearly about done on our time here. I'm just checking it out and making sure that we keeping with people's timing. But not that that really matters, really. But we have to pretend sometimes, right? So just want to do a final little goodbye from you, and then we're gonna sign off. So if you want to say a quick little cheerio there, Marita, from your side in Australia.
Yes, absolutely. I want to thank you so much, Bev, for having me on the show today. It means so much. And just to see beautiful people in the world like you who are following their hearts, it makes my heart sing too. So I'd like to say thank you to everyone who joined us on the call and anyone who's going to be watching the replay. And yeah, please let me know if you have any questions. I'd be happy to talk with any of you. Thank you so much.
Yay, thank you, Marita. Lots of love. And if you'd like to get in contact with Marita, you can contact her on her website, Access an Angel. I have put it there in the chat. It's wonderful that you all joined us today. For those of you who are watching the replay, yes, it's wonderful, wonderful. See, we are here. We do exist. Your soul family is here, friends. It's time to start living full out and living from your heart. Everything else reflecting back your heart. That's the whole point, right? So without further ado, I'd like to say, signing off from me, Beverley Buckley, love your life. Go on and love it so much and be it so much. And thank you, Marita, and lots of love to you all. Have an amazing, amazing, amazing evening or afternoon or morning or wherever you are in the world. Love, love, love.